everyone. Today we'll be going over how to incorporate net operating losses into financial models. For income tax purposes, an NOL occurs when a company's allowable deductions exceed its taxable income for that year. For financial modeling purposes, this means when the company's earnings before taxes, or EBT, is zero or negative. NOLs can accumulate over tax periods and can be used to reduce a company's taxable income in future tax periods. A common example is an early stage tech company that has racked up years of losses that it can't monetize, but a larger, more profitable company that acquires it could use to lower its taxable income. Now we'll go over how to model these. In this example, we're assuming company XYZ has a beginning NOL balance of $400 million. In year one, its EBT is a positive $295 million, so company XYZ can deduct the full $295 from its NOL balance to bring its taxable income down to zero. Now, its NOL balance is $400 million less $295 million, so $105 million. Its taxable income in the year is zero, and it will pay zero in taxes. Then, in year two, its EBT is $329 million. Since its NOL balance is now only $105 million, it can only deduct $105 million from its EBT, bringing taxable income down to $224 million. And then the company pays taxes on that $224 million of taxable income. Now let's see what happens if the company has negative EBT during the projection period. Let's change the EBT in year two to negative $329. This can now be added to the NOL balance, so after year two, the total would be the initial 105 plus the $329 million, bringing the new balance to $434 million. The company can then use this NOL balance to bring taxable income down in years 3 and 4 until the NOL balance runs out. Now let's look at the formulas that we used in Excel. In just a few lines, we can quickly and easily work the NOL concept into our models. Your end goal from the NOL exercise is to calculate the total taxes paid in each year. Keeping that in mind, you want your model to check for three things each period. 1. Is your EBT positive? 2. Do you have an NOL balance to offset this taxable income? And 3. If EBT is not positive, are you adding this to the NOL balance? Let's start with the beginning balance NOL. This will link to your ending balance in the previous year. Next, to determine if you have an NOL balance addition, check if your EBT is negative. If yes, then you add the EBT to your NOL balance. So the formula is if EBT is less than zero, then the value of the EBT times -1, else zero. Next, we want to build in the ability to use the NOL to bring down the taxable income. This would be a usage of the NOL balance. If EBT is greater than zero, then the minimum of the EBT and the NOL balance times -1, else zero. It is important to remember taking the minimum of the two, because you don't want to accidentally deduct more than the total EBT or deduct more than the available NOL balance. Then, your ending balance is the sum of the beginning balance plus any additions or usage during that period. The last step is to calculate your post-NOL EBT and the cash taxes due on that amount. Then, this cash taxes paid links back up to your free cash flow model. Easy as ABC. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this helped you.